Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
On the double.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Another run for Wilson on second. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Trent Sherfield, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
19-18.
2nd down. Here's Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
19.
They'll run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
18 Rattler.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Dragon 60.
1st and 10, Willis. This pass out wide to Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 12. Willis now off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That pass complete to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run in.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trent Sherfield. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Shifts by him, and this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another run for Wilson on 2nd.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Willis looking to throw on first down.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He finds Wilson. And the Jets are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Willis looking to throw it. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Buying, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing again on second down. Willis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Willis with another keeper. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Now Willis. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Third down, it's Willis. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to...
Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Willis. He's got the connection to Moore. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Willis on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The drive will start with an option going left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Gonna look deep for Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Bryce Hall.
There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jack touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to one now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Boswell good with the extra point. They're within 7 now, 28-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Okay,
the Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. A beautiful fake. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first, they'll go back to Wilson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
He is going to find Hill here on the move past the 40, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught on the slant. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jeff Wilson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Option play. Here's Hall. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Willis's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Back to the ground with Hall. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Jenkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs and team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball
stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Let's go now.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Ready.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
And here comes Berrios. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Now Willis.
Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Head the street. Go.
Here's Willis. Gets this to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Throwing, Willis.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Willis to throw.
Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready, break. Ready?
Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Miami, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.